Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Egbe, and today in my video I'm going to be doing I'm going to be putting out some list. Okay, let me rewind it back. Today in my channel I'm going to be giving you a guide to visiting Nigeria if you're visiting Nigeria for the first time. So this is if you're a foreigner, or maybe your parents are Nigerians but you've never been to Nigeria before. I'm going to give you a guide. It's pretty long actually, but I can make this video into 2 or 3 so that I don't kind of bore you with this whole list right here. If you can see. So actually I was sitting down and watching Nigerian movie, and I was like, man, there are some things here that foreigners will never understand. So I'm like, why don't I just compile a list and tell people that have never been to Nigeria before, and let them know what, if they go to Nigeria, things that can happen. So, and number one thing is crossing the road in Nigeria. So I'm actually going to insert a clip right here, somewhere here, so that you can see. If you're crossing the road in Nigeria, please, I live in America, so I see how people cross the road in America. They kind of cross the road very slowly, like this. Please, 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 I'm begging you. In Nigeria, don't try that rubbish. Don't think pedestrians are always right, as it is in America. They're supposed to be always right though, but in Nigeria, drivers don't just care about pedestrians. So if you see people running like a mad person to cross the road, the reason is that if a driver knocks you down, they're not stopping. So please, if you go to Lagos or Benin or Warri, wherever you're going to in Nigeria, if you're a foreigner for the first time, do as people do. If you're crossing the road, run like a mad person. Don't think that driver is going to wait for you to crawl on that road like people do here, because drivers are supposed to wait for pedestrians to cross the road. That doesn't fly in Nigeria. That's number one. Number two, when you hear up NEPA, know that NEPA has brought light. And what is NEPA? NEPA is Nigeria Electric Power Authority. And I think now they call PHCN, but I think PHCN never really, really hold water, it didn't catch people like NEPA, because NEPA has done some kind of crazy things to people in Nigeria. People live in some neighborhood that they will never have light in a whole year. I'm not even exaggerating. Some people, you don't even, you just forget that NEPA exists in your neighborhood. That's how bad it is in some area. So when you hear somebody say, well, maybe you're just strolling one cool evening and you hear everybody start screaming, up NEPA, please don't run. They have brought light, Or maybe you're just walking and you hear everybody say, oh, nobody died though. NEPA have taken light again. And number 3 on my list is MOBA. So we call them MOBA or soldier, like the army here. But in Nigeria, we call them soldier. They also have army, but, the soldier, basically, please, 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 don't try them. Those people are like, I think, some of them just hear go and come, I don't mean this to be rude or bad in any ways. That, they follow orders pretty strictly. I think that's what I'm supposed to say. So if you're going to Nigeria for the first time, you see this thing called camouflage. I have a blouse here, I'm showing you. So you won't say nobody told you. That's a top. I have my sun pants here. You see it? It's camouflage. If you know what is good for you, my brother and sister, don't wear it in Nigeria. Because, you know, that's what the soldiers wear. And in Nigeria, for some weird reason, they won't let you wear camouflage. I don't know why. I do not know why. You know, out of everything that is wrong with Nigeria, the way they implement this law, if they have implemented other laws like that, Nigeria will be the sweetest country to live. But I'm just begging you, for your own sake, so you don't shop koboko. Koboko is whip. You know, don't try soldier. And don't say, I know my right. Please, 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 please. Even if your father is brigadier general, before you call your father, you have chopped koboko tire. You know, maybe your father will now, maybe, you know, go and sack them or something, but your back would have hear it hot. That means, you know, you would have seen pepper. So please, my brother and sister, if you have a bunch of camouflage outfit, hat, clothes, top, don't wear it in Nigeria. Thank me later, okay? All right. And number 4 on my list. So, you know, like, you see, in America, we call this pants. You can see it right here. Pants. So, if you go to a store in Nigeria and you say you want to buy pants, they're gonna give you pants, underwear. You can see that. So it's kind of different. I think it's because maybe we're colonized by the British, you know. So we call underwear, you know, like underwear, you know. So, but we call, you know, so we don't call this, we call this pants, you know. Pants. We don't really call it underwear. There's something called underwear, you know, that women do wear, you know, under their skirt. But if you say, I want to buy pants, so basically in Nigeria, you call this trouser. I won't buy trouser, you know. You don't call this pants, because if you say, I want to buy pants, somebody is going to give you underwear. So, another, number 5 is slippers. So, you know, in America, we call it flip-flop. But in Nigeria, it is called slippers. So, don't say, go to the market and say, I want to buy flip-flop. Nobody knows what flip-flop is, so it's called slippers. I won't buy, to be very specific, you say, I won't buy bathroom slippers. I want to buy bathroom slippers. Don't go and say flip-flop, you know, we just waste time in the market there. So, number 6, SUVs are mostly called Jeep. So, when you see somebody say, in see Jeep car, you know, saw the Jeep, what they usually mean is SUV. I don't know why we all call, you know, even when I was in Nigeria, I was guilty, you know, when I see any SUV car, I call it Jeep. I don't just know why we call SUVs Jeep, but that's what we mostly call SUVs in Nigeria. We call it Jeep. So when somebody say the person enter Jeep come out, don't go out and be looking for like Jeep, for, you know, Wrangler or something. They meant SUV, you know, sport utility vehicle. So number 7, biscuits or cookies. So you see here they have the biscuit, you know, the one you put in the oven and you bake it. So but in Nigeria we have that, we're not familiar with that kind of biscuit. So we call the cookies biscuit. So when somebody say, I want to buy biscuit, it doesn't mean they want breakfast served, you know. So don't look at them weird when they go to like a regular supermarket to go buy biscuit. What they're going to be buying is actually cookies. So, but we call it biscuit back home, what they call cookies here. So, number 8 is aunties and uncles. Oh my gosh, Nigeria, we are so guilty of this. So, basically, let me tell you, we like to generalize. Your neighbor man is your uncle. Your neighbor woman is your auntie. Your neighbor old woman is your grandma. Your neighbor old man is your grandpa. So don't go start asking people like, are you all related? No, you know, we are just very close kind of people. So what will happen is that I will see my neighbor outside. I'll say, auntie, good afternoon. Or uncle, good afternoon. Please, most of the time we are not even blood related, you know, but it's just we're close like that. We're very, very friendly. You know, I think we're friendly to a fault actually in Nigeria, that everybody is related. If you have lived in the same neighborhood before, they're automatically your brother and sister. So if I say that person is my brother, that person is my sister, that person is my uncle, that person is my auntie, most of the time, you know, let me say 70% of the time we're not blood related. We are just maybe neighbors, or we met somewhere, or church members. You know, they automatically become auntie, uncle, brother, sister, grandma, basically. So, and number 9, neighbors can interfere in your affair. So, you know, like here in America, so you can just see your neighbor and walk by. You can even say hi or not. In Nigeria, your neighbor, like I said in number 8, they are your relative. If you build a house near them, you guys are not relative. Trust me. So they don't take permission to interfere in your matter. If they see you outside doing bad things, they can beat you before they report you to your mother or father. You know, so basically, if you are doing bad thing outside and you see your neighbor, better start begging. Because if they are not a very strict one, if they are very strict, they will beat you first before they get home. But if they are not a very strict one, know for sure that when they get home, they are reporting you to your mother or father. You know when they say it takes a village to raise a child. In Nigeria, that is very true. So your neighbors can interfere in your matter. Even like maybe you're having a party, although strictly by invitation, that one doesn't work. So you will be planning a party, your neighbor will be planning with you too. You'll be planning a party, you don't even need invitation. Neighbors don't need invitation to come to your party. All they need is the day and the time. They will be there for sure. You know, they will be planning with you. So we are close like that. So don't think people are very nosy. We just like to be in everybody's business. And number 10 is you know, except if you live in a very big city like Lagos, where they have a lot of, you know, DSTV and all, like, you know, cable TV. But when I was in Benin, TV usually shuts down at 12 midnight, you know, and then they usually kind of come on at 4 p.m. in the evening, you know, with the Arise or Call Patrol, Nigerian anthem, you know, and at 12 midnight is the same, you know, Arise or Call Patrol, and the TV shuts down. So it doesn't run the 24 hours a day like it does here or in big cities like Lagos, or even in Benin. It might be running now because, you know, a lot of people have, you know, cable TVs now. So I'm gonna stop at number 10. I still have a bunch, but I'm going to just stop here now so that I don't bore you too much, or, you know, I don't make this video too long. I'm gonna continue from number 11 on the next video. So if you like this video, please subscribe, share with all your friends or social platform, and please leave a comment below. And you know, if I've missed anything, leave it in the comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. Have a good evening. God bless you. Bye bye.